So when you get a call in Genesis, um, this is the default layout for how things look. And as we had talked about earlier, you can collapse and expand things, close things. And sometimes you accidentally collapse a little bit too much, and suddenly your interaction is all gone and you don't know how to get back there. So in this case, oh my gosh, where did my interaction go? So if you press this green button right down here, it'll take you back to the interaction that you're on. It's usually actually doesn't have a green circle by it unless you're actively on an interaction. It would usually just be that guy with some audio waves coming out of him. But when you have an active interaction, there's a green circle. You can press him to get back to your interaction. And oh no, we don't have the advocate dashboard button anymore. What can we press to get back to it? Perhaps this expand button. And so advocate dashboard should be back here again, as well as the transfer to canned responses. So another thing we could talk about is some of the tools. The default tool that shows up is profile. This first icon right here, which is just the provided contact data, which isn't usually super helpful for us. And you can go ahead and close that out. Um, there's canned responses, which would mostly be for digital advocates. There's notes, which you could actually type notes into here. You just want to make sure to delete them afterwards. This could be something really helpful to have open. There's also a schedule a callback function, which we would not use. And wrap up codes, where the wrap up would be and how much time you have left after the call is another thing. And so you can actually have multiple open at once if that would be helpful for you to have potentially the wrap up plus the notes here. And there's a lot on this screen, so we really recommend having Genesys open on your bigger screen. When it comes to Advocate Dashboard, it has to be open on the monitor. The laptop screen is too small for it. But trying to have Genesys open on your laptop screen is a really rough one as well, especially being able to actually read what's happening and being able to scroll down here, see the demographic things is really hard unless you have this on the big monitor. So that's definitely something to think about. And you can go ahead and X these out whenever they're not helpful. And you can even change the app size right here as well on these three little dots if you would prefer to have more space here. So remember that if you ever just lose the interaction, press this interactions button down here with the green circle and it should get you back to it. And there are usually some arrows that can get you back to expanding out the buttons you would need.